Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to another beginning of the End Times online battle. Today we are back with a 2v2 as the Skaven and the High Elves come together to defeat the Dark Elves and the Empire. So it should be a really fun match. Obviously it's not lore friendly, but sometimes some of the most enjoyable maps aren't lore friendly, as we do start to see the warp lock rifles already opening up on the enemy forces. So let's run through the army comps really quickly and then we will get started into the battle. And if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, because when Warhammer 2 does come out, I think it's like 24 days away by the time I'm uploading this video, which is pretty crazy to think. I will be covering the hell out of that game with campaigns, online battles and all that lovely stuff, and hopefully lots of mod custom map battles as well with just epic maps. I'm so excited to see what the modding community can do with the new tools and stuff. So yeah, let's start off by looking at the High Elves. We can see that they have on their far right flank 2 units of Sea Guards, some really potent spear / archer force. Their cavalry is going to be made up of some Silver Helms and some Dragon Princes. Then we also have a unit of these Reavers as well, some nice horse archers. Then for the rest of the archer line, obviously we have some more High Elf archers. Behind them we have some High Elf spearmen and some of the glorious Phoenix Guard. I was gonna say like King's Guard there for a second. Obviously they do protect the king, but you know what I mean. Phoenix Guard. Then we have some Sword Masters, really strong infantry. Then we go to the Skaven, we have some Doom Flayers and some Rat Ogres. Rat Ogres is just so goddamn good in this mod. They just absolutely devastate anything. Then we have the Albino Guard, which I assume we'll be seeing as a regiment of renown in Warhammer 2. And then some Warp Block rifles as well on the front line, along with another unit of Rat Swarm. So a pretty like expensive Skaven army for once. This is quite an expensive army, not like massing, like there's not a lot of numbers for once in the Skaven forces, which is surprising. Then if we look at the Dark Elves, we can see on their far right flank there 2 units of Shades, along with 2 more units of these Dread Spears, which are basically like their basic infantry. Then as we go back, we have some of the Black Ark Corsairs, so some pretty decent, infantry, along with some of these Dark Riders as well, some brutal mounted crossbow units, and then finally we do have a unit of the Black Guard back there. And as we make our way over to the Empire force, we have some of the Landschneckers? I don't know how to pronounce that. But we have some pikemen for Weisenland, and then on their front line they have some handgunners. They also have a Empire Great Cannon along with a Hailstorm rocket battery. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays in this mod. Then we have some Hunters of Sigmar with their huge great axes, along with some Demigryph Knights, some Knights of the Blazing Sun, and Knights Panther, no, Inner Circle Knights, my bad. And then finally on these far left flanks, we have some Greatsword Infantry, which by the looks of it are forming up into a line. So let's get this battle started. We'll see how this does engage. I imagine the Empire and the Dark Elves are going to be forced to come to the front lines because of all this rifle fire we're seeing from the Skaven. Oh, sorry, I missed all these Skaven slaves as well on the front line, which are just obviously really cheap, crap units. So you can see all the Warp Block rifles coming in and picking away a few of these cold ones. A lot of these cold ones, holy crap, they're killing a bunch of these guys, which is really good because these cold one cavalry are expensive as hell. And we're actually going to see them just routing from a field of battle straight away on that charge. The Rat Ogres along with the rifle fire was just proving too much. The Doom Flayers moving in as well, just, again, chasing down these missiles of the Shade. So this is a really good assault beginning from the Skaven players. The High Elf and Skaven alliance seems to be working. We do, however, have some of the Silver Helms just charging down the handgunners as well and killing them. Along with the Archer fire, they are going in. However, the Hailstorm rocket battery is starting to find some disgusting hits on the front line. You can see how many of these Phoenix Guard have been slain. Quite a few of them. Half the unit has been taken down already, as we do have some of the Demigryphs charging in onto the archers, and then these Inner Circle Knights as well. Or no, sorry, these Hunters of Sigmar are going to be moving in on the High Elf archers. That's not going to be good news. We are going to have the Sea Guard getting ready to withstand another charge from the Knights of the Blazing Sun and the Inner Circle Knights. I imagine we'll see the Silver Helms and the Dragon Princes moving in. For some reason, though, we're actually going to go down to half speed. This battle kind of, picks up pretty quickly. So we want to go down to half speed and enjoy it. I really wish Warhammer played like this on half speed when you go slower. Normally it just cuts out all the battle sounds, which is really annoying, whereas Medieval 2 keeps them in, which I much prefer. It kind of makes it feel like there is a battle going on. when you do that. So we do have the Dragon Princes coming in, hitting the Knights of the Blazing Sun. However, I imagine the Inner Circle Knights are going to be moving around the flank and helping out. But by the looks of it, the forces of the Dark Elves are just holding back. I'm not sure what they're defending against. With these Black Ark Corsairs, they're just literally staying here along with all their cavalry as well. I'm surprised they're not pushing in. We do have some of the Shades moving in along with the missiles, but again, they're just going to get chased down by the Doom Flayers, surely. And we also have some of the Dread Spears moving up as well, but it kind of looks like feels like a really disjointed attack by the Dark Elves. I'm sure they're going to move up any second now, but whilst they wait, you know, the rifles are just continuing to get really nice shots off onto the enemy lines, and the cavalry is just proving their worth. The pikemen are almost up here for Weisenland, which is good. The cavalry is currently holding everything in place, but again, this is a messy battle. No one's attacking in cohesion, it's just an all-out scrap as we do have the Dragon Princes going up against the Knights of the Blazing Sun. And if you guys are interested in what I'm going to be doing for Warhammer 2 as we do get the Silver Helms come flying in the side, I'm planning on doing a High Elf campaign, a Lizard Men campaign, and an online battle every day for like the first 2 weeks or so of Warhammer 2's launch, or at least as soon as I can record it. If Creative Assembly let me to do it a little bit earlier, don't worry, I will be uploading a ton of videos, so hopefully there'll be a bit for everyone, as we do see these Hellstorm rocket batteries now coming in for another shot. Thankfully, though, they all do miss, and this has kind of prompted the forces of... Oh, no, these hits here. Oh, wow, that's deadly. Yeah, this has kind of forced the High Elves to push forward onto the pikemen. You can see the Weisenland pikemen moving up. They do look very cool indeed. I always like the look of these guys. We see them getting closer and closer towards the pikemen, and we're going to have a nice little pike off. But again, the Phoenix Guard have... Oh, wow, the Hellstorm Rocket Battery killing so many of their own soldiers. Wow, I guess that's the issue you kind of run into. Jesus, and they do get a nice hit on the Phoenix Guard, but even still, that was a lot of brave Empire soldiers dying. We are going to have some of the Warplock rifles from the forces of Skaven helping out as well, as the Rat Ogres move over. But here we go, the forces are going to clash. We have the Sword Masters moving in as well, trying to help out, trying to break up this line. I think if the Rat Ogres can get some good flanking shots off, though, that's just going to be deadly. Who won the cavalry engagement? I guess the Empire are winning it at the moment, but they're using their Reavers kind of nicely to harass the enemy line, you know, pick away at these hit points slowly but surely. And they're looking for more and more charges. A lot of the Demigryphs are now dead, but it does look like the Empire have won that cavalry engagement, and the forces of the Dark Elves are still not moving. What are they up to? I'm really curious. I mean, I guess the Skaven can just move forward now. I guess they're going for more of a skirmish approach to the Skaven, but they're just obviously suffering. These Doom players are just running them down. Like they're just ripping them apart, for sure. So let's go back up to normal speed, I guess, for a little bit as this battle does continue on. Yeah, the rifles have just moved up. I guess the main fight is going to be over here as the Hellstorm Rocket Battery is still just coming in. Thank God, though, it's not really finding too many of its targets. All the archers are being focused onto the cavalry, which is a smart move. Killing his cavalry as soon as it can is great. However, oh, nice move there by the Inner Circle Knights. They're charging into the back of the Dragon Princes. That's going to kill a lot of them as they try and retreat. And actually kill the High Elf General. Oh, God, the Sea Guard turn up, but they're just a bit too late as they come into the battle, and then the cavalry is just going to run off. So the Elves have actually lost their general right now, which is not good, and more reinforcements are turning up. Then we're going to need to see the Skaven coming in and aiding as the Dark Elves now make their move. The Great Swords are pushing in into the side of the Sword Masters, and then the cavalry, I imagine, will be seeing hammer and anviling the entire battle line right now. I guess we'll zoom in on the map a little bit so we can see, you know, when the lines do clash. I'm surprised we're not seeing any of the Rat Ogres coming in. Where did the Rat Ogres even go? I'm not too sure. All the Skaven rifles are focusing down the Dark Riders, though that cavalry is just really deadly as the Albino Guard get ready to fall back. Yeah, the Warplock rifles are very smart to try and take out this cavalry because the crossbows are just so brutal if they can get, you know, consistent fire off with them repeater crossbows. The pikemen, the Phoenix Guard, definitely look like they're outperforming the pikemen for the Empire, which I guess is to be expected considering just, you know, the quality difference of how good the Phoenix Guard are in the lore. The Sword Masters going up to against the Great Swords. I guess just all the variants of the Elves just outperform the Empire, you know. The Great Swords will get beaten back by the Sword Masters. The Phoenix Guard will beat the Pikemen and the Halberdiers. I guess the swordsman might be able to stand up to the forces of, like, say, like the Elven spears might be able to be beaten back by, like, maybe the Empire swordsman. Besides that, I can't imagine much more doing him. We have the Rat Ogres kicking away, literally like they're playing football right now, punting away these Black Ark Courtiers, and they're going to be routing from the field of battle. More of the Black Guard are moving up, but obviously this is a really elite unit. However, we're going to see the Albino Guard making their way up, and they're just going to charge onto these halberds. Oh, wow. Nice aggressive move there by the Albino Guard. I guess the Skaven just want to kill, kill, kill. I imagine the Rat Ogres will be causing a nuisance. Oh, nice hit. Nice move here by the Empire Force, though, making their way over to these rifles. They're going to be able to kill these guys really quickly. However, they have to be careful when retreating, as the Rat Swarm just harasses these guys, gets them caught up, much like the Rats should do. It does look like, though, that the forces of the High Elves have claimed victory. Besides the cavalry, the cavalry's pretty much gone as well for the Empire. So the Empire, the High Elves can now start moving their cavalry around. Besides a couple units of these rogue horsemen who are now getting shot to pieces by the rifles. That's why you just can't stay in combat with them. You can't run away from them because the rifles just do so much armor-piercing damage. You can just see how many of these heavy horses are now just dead and they're routing from the field of battle. The Rat Ogres are coming back. This is definitely looking good for the Skaven High Elf Alliance. Unfortunately, you'll never see that. I am so excited for the faction and the campaign for Warhammer 2. I'm just excited to see this, but in HD, in like the latest kind of software in Warhammer 1 graphics. It's gonna be so sick. Especially with free-for-all coming back as well. Yeah, free-for-all is going to be so much fun. I can't wait just to have a free-for-all with all the factions. And then obviously combine that with Warhammer 1 and have the Dwarfs and the Lizardmen fighting off against the Skaven and the Chaos. It'll be so much fun. I'm really pumped for it. You know, I can't wait just to get my hands on the game itself and start messing around with it, because it's going to be awesome. The campaign should be a lot more interesting as well, a lot more story-driven. I definitely found in Warhammer 1 that I got bored after like 30 turns, for sure. You know, after my first campaign was exciting, but after that, you know, I was kind of done with the campaign. So I'm hoping that Warhammer 2, you know, with their much more story-driven campaign, which I definitely think is the right move to go with it, will be very exciting. The cannons are actually still operational over here. We haven't really seen too much from them, but they are still shooting. I think they've just killed some Dragon Princes, and now they're back to being operational. And they are going to be unleashing some sort of hellfire on the enemy. The Hellstone Rocket Battery, I guess, is out of ammunition, so they're going to be making their way over. But it literally is just the last stand of the Dark Elves now. They have a few men still left remaining, scattered around, as we do have the cannon fire coming in. That's pretty deadly, but the Albino Guard, with the support of the Rat Ogres and everyone else, should be more than enough to deal with the Black Guard. You can see more of their men moving in, but they're the Rat Ogres. I'm surprised that there's only one Rat Ogre left, because normally Rat Ogres are just such a strong unit. They can really do so much damage. So yeah, we have the Reavers coming in now, actually getting slaughtered by the Black Guard, as they can so easily turn their backs. And the Skaven Albino Guard are going to be falling back a little bit before pushing in. So this is going to just be the final stand right here. I imagine we have a few shots still going off here. We have some archer fire coming in, but there's actually a little bit of an engagement over here. What do we have? Some of the Dark Elves coming back. Oh yeah, the Rat Ogres are simply just chasing these guys down, killing the Dark Riders. Yeah, the Rat Ogres will easily deal with these guys. There are still some shades though. And these guys are some pretty deadly, you know, crossbow missiles. So maybe they can start shooting onto the Rat Ogres. There just seems to be so many of them left that it's going to be a hard task to kill them. There's a Black Guard. The Black Guard is still holding firm, but obviously they are surrounded by the Albino Guard with the Rat Ogres in the back as well. They are in a tricky spot, but they will defend Malekith. You know, they will defend his honor as the Rat Ogres peace out from this engagement. I guess these guys are routing? No, they're not routing, but Skaven just want to go fight something else. I mean, I can't blame them. They just want to engage upon the enemy as best they can. The rifles are continuing to load up, and the Rat Ogres are coming over for these cannons now. Oh, the poor cannon crew. They do not know what's about to hit them. And they literally just instant rout. If I was them, I would have routed a long time ago, seeing these abominations running towards you. Literally, that dude just got left, right, good night. Wow, brutal. So I think all that is left for the enemy forces. The Shades right here. We have a few other Shade units and the Blackguard, which is... No, the Blackguard are running now. So it is literally just that unit of Shades, which are about to get run down by some of the clan rats. I mean, they could actually probably turn and kill these clan rats, if I'm honest. I imagine that these guys don't have the best morale, and the Shades, even though they are a missile unit, could probably deal with these puny rats. No, these are just the fodder for the more elite rats going up. Yeah, we're actually going to be turning around. Now, they're going to be turning, or they're just going to be running. I don't know what triple speed are they admit defeat. They realize that they have lost the battle, and they're going to be giving up. So there we have it. Clear victory for the alliance of the High Elves and the Skaven forces. We can see that both sides didn't really lose a lot of soldiers. I guess this was a much smaller battle than what we're used to, playing on a lower unit scale. But we can see that, you know, any huge kills. The Swordmasters did pretty good, 106 kills, which is a lot. That's like 1/7 of the enemy army, so that's not bad whatsoever. So cool, hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. If you want to see more beginning of the end times on the lead up to Warhammer 2, let me know in the comments and let me know what kind of factions you want to see fight together, and I'll be sure to do it. Make sure to drop a like and obviously subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and fish out.